Hello everybody, it's Ken Faulkner, and I got another knife video for you. You might hear a little rain in the background because yeah, it's a rainy day in California today. Wow, who would have thought? But yeah, it's been coming down for a while. Everybody's worried about mudslides, So it's either fire or mudslides. Used to be earthquakes. That was the big thing, but now it's I probably should knock on wood on that one, but it's like the big scare. Everything's a scare. Everything's a big scare. And anyway, this is not about that. It's about knives. That's not a knife. This is a knife. I love that sticker. I grew up. I grew up when that was all very much a thing. So younger people may not be as familiar with Crocodile Dundee, but yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Anyway, the sticker came with the package, and I liked it. I like that sticker. Funny thing is just gonna go off topic a little bit here. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I love the company. I think they're great. But man, it's like when I go on their website, because I got all my information. I'm all in their system, right? So I get the texts and they tell me, hey, this is coming up next. And I don't mind that. But then I go to their website and then I look around for a while and then I get out of there. And then it'll come back with another text saying, hey, did you not find what you were looking for? How about looking at this? They're all over it. And then when they send the box here, I got this knife, and then that was the only knife in there, but I got America's #1 trusted for gold advertisement. And then I got, this is kind of cool though, actually, Tonka Express, first ever. Yeah, I've had friends that collected and set up all their tracks and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. But anyway, it's another advertisement. I don't know. Do they sell trains? I don't think so. I don't know. And then I get this card. And I'm going, wait, $50 off knives? No, it's a wine voucher. Wah, wah. Claim within 30 days. Yeah, I got a bunch of wine. We actually have a relative through my girlfriend that makes her own wine, and we have like bottles and bottles. And then my girlfriend kind of stopped drinking wine so much, and I drank more whiskey than anything. Not that I drank, massive amounts, but so we've both kind of slowed down on our drinking in general, and so we got bottles of wine, and it's a homemade type wine that's really really good because she like wins awards and stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, that's not interesting, but it's funny. It's funny because I buy a lot of knives, and I just don't see that kind of stuff coming from other companies. But hey, it's not. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I just was commenting. I think it's interesting. But I love that sticker. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. That makes it all worth it. All right, case knives. Okay, so getting the case bug a little bit. I know some people have like huge collections of case knives. Always like, kind of the look of them. But then, for one thing, slip joints are more of a secondary thing to the moderns. Same with like fixed blades, same thing. I have, decent amount. For a normal person, it would be a huge collection, but for me, it's a smaller part of my collection. So, anyway, I've been, getting into some, Jack Wolf really dragged me into the slip joint, and you could argue that they're very expensive knives and whatever. They do have that Gateway coming out now, but or out now, but he's coming back with some more. So that's coming back into this price range, but yeah, I can't explain why I spend so much on Jack Wolf knives, other than I love them quite dearly. And other than that, I've basically been getting like Rough Riders and which are really inexpensive, and also some Rosecraft, which a good number of Rosecraft, which are a higher quality than the Rough Rider for sure, but you are paying a little bit more. But then the case knives, you got those, and I think what happened was when I first started thinking about getting the knives, and I should just go ahead and get this thing out so you can see it, is a lot of channels were talking about how the quality's gone down and all that kind of stuff. So there it is in the brown paper. I think we got a couple of little pieces of paper in here. And they're looking at stuff like gapping here and that and the other thing. And so this is normal stuff, I think. I don't think there's anything to see there. This is so this is like a new knife, I guess, that's coming out from them. The Baby Doc. So they have that what do they call it? The doctor's knife. So I guess it's a smaller version of that. Pretty cool. This time I went with a Barlow. Green apple, bone peach seed, jig Barlow. And I have found myself getting more and more into Barlows lately. So I went with that one. And I'm starting to get the case bug, I think. I really feel like I am. This is the third one in my collection. I do have the rust lock that I got. And then this is the one that I started with back before I just couldn't bring myself to spend the money, I guess. Probably because of all the negative press they were getting. But I don't know if it's because I'm kind of newish into the modern folders, but then when I got this one, I didn't see the gapping they were talking about. And it's probably because I'm not as picky because I just don't have as much experience. So I think that was it. And then I did like this one because I like unique knives that helps me to pull the trigger a little bit more. Nowadays, it's got to be something other than just I like the knife. I have to really like the knife, like vibe with it, like I think that's really great, or it's got to have some reason, like I've been, I liked it when I first saw it, but it just kept on hanging in my head. That's a lot of knives nowadays that I buy. So anyway, so this was kind of interesting. Because of that rust lock. I didn't know anything about that until I saw that on, I believe that was on Raybo's channel. But this one, yeah, I decided I wanted to get a case knife. And I started looking at them, and I saw this. I do have a few Barlows. Most of them are like a single blade. I do have one that has the double. But, yeah. Saw this one, and I tell you, one thing that's really getting me going on case knives is that most of the title is about the covers, right? This is the green apple, which I think looks really cool. I mean, they did it with this one too. I can't remember, what is this one called? This is just called a Mediterranean blue bone. But you can see the lighter and the darker colors and all the jigging type pattern and bone material. I like natural materials. I do like it. Anyway, so that's kind of like making me want to buy more case knives. Now, I still haven't spent over $100 on a case knife yet. I know you can, and I think I'm kind of getting the feeling like eventually I will get deeper and deeper into it. Get maybe some of the bigger ones that they have. I do like a bigger slip joint, but the Barlows tend to be smaller, and I do like them. I don't know, something about probably the swell of the handle, the very tall or long bolster that they have. I love the look of that XX with the little stamping around it. It's very nice. No shield on this one, but this kind of takes the place of it. So I don't even know enough to tell you what the double X versus the regular would be. But anyway, I just go with what I like right now, and I'm kind of learning about case knives, and I'm kind of liking what I'm learning. It's fun. So yeah, I think there's going to be more on the channel. Because this green apple with the jigging, and then I love the idea of the peach seed. I don't know if you can really tell the difference. Probably somebody who's really good at understanding the jigging and the different patterns would be able to tell you more about that. Either Tim School of Fish or Raybo. Then there's a ton of other people, Knife Delights, all those kind of people. The Barlow Brigade. I feel like I'm almost like being called into this Barlow Brigade thing. Anyway, it's a smaller knife, 3 finger pretty much, but I mean it's a slip joint, so that's probably what you're gonna want. I'm not as much of a 2 knife person. I think it just kind of goes along with the tradition more so, because using this knife, I'm pretty much gonna use this one unless I intentionally say, "Oh, I should use the pen knife." I feel bad for it because it doesn't get used. You know, then I'll go and reach for it. But it's really not that small comparatively speaking, because they're both smallish blades. In a situation where you need to get in somewhere, that might work out really well. I do like a clip style blade, and that's probably another reason why I like the Barlows. So anyway, that's it. I did buy another case knife, and we'll see where it goes from here. Kind of like Tim when he got into the Swiss Army. I still can't really get into the Swiss Army thing. I like the SDs. I think they're great. But Tim School of Fish, talking about it, man, he fell deep in there, man. He went crazy. But it's just fun to watch him going through it and just enjoying his journey. And so this might be my journey. Although I am still going to be buying more of the moderns more often, I'll be slipping these things in. They are a little bit more, my price range on the moderns is going up, generally speaking. I still find some less expensive ones that I do enjoy, but less often, because I like to carry my knives, and then I go to carry them, and the premium ones tend to call me, and I got more and more of those now. What do I got in my pocket today? I got this Dwayne Dwyer BDB. I forget what it's the letters, but this one's a premium one, and that's what's calling me today. So it's like I don't want to buy a knife that just sits in the case, and if it has some kind of either a special meaning, or I think it's such a great value for the money, I will pick it up and put it in my pocket. I always carry a slip joint most every day, so and there's less of them in my collection, so all of these tend to get in my pocket at one point or another. There are a few that don't show up as often anymore, but I think case knives definitely will. I mean, they are USA made. When you talk about quality, I think it's kind of comparative to Rosecraft. Don't shoot me. I don't know. Like I say, I'm not an expert at it, but from my impression, they both are high quality made knives. Obviously, I like USA made knives, and that is also another reason that I'm drawn to the case. Plus the history, the fact that they've been around so long. So yeah, all these things drawn me in. So we'll see how it goes. Time will tell, right? Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and I will see you on the next one.